What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nickatina Show's Midnight Run. We are live here on Thursday night, and in 1 hour, it will be midnight. And at midnight, what happens? We get to watch The Mandalorian Season 2 premiere, Episode 1. And that stream will take place on this same show, but it will not continue on YouTube because they won't allow me to show the show of Mandalorian. So this show will continue on Twitch, which I will post a link in the chat as well. But guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to watch Mando Season 2. I cannot wait to see this. It's going to be awesome. And on top of that, we had some amazing, incredible news that dropped today. A lot of it had to do with there's so many different things. We had the Ray Fisher saga that happened, and we also had what's up, Andy? Hey, Nickatina. We also had an amazing interview done by Lightcast, Matt Miranda over on Lightcast, with Fabian Wagner as well. It was such a good show, and we're going to talk about that as well. And guys, smash the like button, tweet out this link to the show. Let everybody know that we are rocking right now and that we're going to be watching Mandalorian Season 2 in about 1 hour. I already have Disney Plus queued up on the computer. So once it's ready to go, we're going to switch over to Twitch and we're going to watch this episode because it's going to be badass. I'm also going to be joined by a good friend of mine. It's going to be Brian, Master of None, will be here later on as well. Bat Dan, I am at work, can't watch. Just want to give a quick shout out and a thought. That's a thought-provoking question. Well, Bat Dan, I'm glad you even stopped by. Thank you so much. Let's drink my coffee. I love my coffee. We got Sickness in the house. What is up, Sickness? He's always here. Always count on Sickness. We got Fear Jason in the house. We got the real Hussein up in the house saying Nickatina. We got Jesse Allen in the house. What's up, Jesse? We be rocking is right. What's up? My guys, what up? We got okay, here it is. Here's that thought-provoking question by Batman. He says, if the only way to get Batfleck's solo project was for Henry Cavill to never have a solo Superman project again, would you accept a deal? That's horrible. That's not cool. That's really? You're gonna make me answer that question? That's
not cool. Not cool.
I would say if getting Batfleck meant that we couldn't get more of Henry Cavill, then I would say no, because that's an unfair situation. If we're just playing, if we're asking questions just to fuck around, then yeah, oh well, sorry, Henry Cavill, I want to see more Batfleck. But no, I mean, nobody should ever stop another, project or another, actor's career. But yeah, I know. I want to see more Batfleck anyway. Reese75 says, what's up, Nickatina? It's 6 a.m. in the UK, and I've been on Watch Dogs all night. Going to bed soon, just want to drop by. Right on. What's up, Reese? Well, if you're still awake in about an hour, we're going to watch Mandalorian Season 2. So if you don't have Disney Plus, you can watch it with us on Twitch. Oh, Brian Master of None says, that's a deal with El Diablo. Yeah, exactly. And Brian, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and jump on in and you can join the stream. I sent you the link already. Jesse Allen writes, so a lot of theories going around about the Ayer cut is going to be announced on Halloween. Hoax. I have not heard that's going to be. Look, Andy's already on Twitch. At the same time, even. That's awesome. But no, but Jesse, I haven't heard that that's going to happen. In fact, I've even heard rumors that it's going to come out on Christmas, which I don't think is true because that wouldn't make any sense. But if it were announced on Halloween, that would be badass. I'd be all for that. But no, I have not heard of any announcements coming up, for the Ayer cut, even though I know it's going to happen. It's already in production. They're already working on it. It's a done. I mean, it's a done deal, guys. Trust me, it's going to happen. But we kind of have to wait and see with that one. So before we go any further, let me introduce my good friend, a fellow Niner fan at that, Brian, Master of None. What's up, Brian?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good. Let me back you up there. There we go.
There we go.
If we were like this, it'd be like the Max stream. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
I don't Max likes it. I don't know why. That
Well, it always puts me off center, so I'm like leaning over like this.
yeah, it's like yeah.
How's it going?
I have more stuff back here too. It's like this is just so much more roomier. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's gonna be good. I can't wait to see this episode. And I understand you just watched the last 2 episodes of Mando season 1. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Oh man, Moff Gideon.
Oh, he's gonna be a badass.
Oh my gosh! And then at the end, I just remember the first time I saw that darksaber. I was just like,
yeah, a darksaber. Now we've seen that before. We saw it in Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah,
when they were on what were they? They were on
Mandalore, and Bo-Katan gave it to Sabine.
That's right, Mandalore.
No, sorry, no, they were on Dathomir, and they picked it up off there.
But that's where they were at. The Mandalore, those Mandalorians, they were all there, and that's where they had the dark saber, the black saber, whatever you want to call it. But that's gonna be badass, and we're gonna see more of that as well.
Oh yeah.
We got Why Not Stuff here in the chat. Yo, late as hell here. Just want to say hi. Have a great show, man. Thank you so much for dropping by, man.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having you on the show. And like I said, when your art becomes available, let me know, man. And if you want to come back on, let me know as well. You're always welcome here on the show. Looks like Hussein is on his way out as well. It is late for some. I will admit to that. What the heck? They're like, later, Hussein. When did he say he was leaving? If he did, I missed it. Anyhow, but no, it's going to be really good. I really can't wait to see it. I liked The Mandalorian better than I did most of the sequel trilogy because it sort of had this. Jesse, I haven't seen Borat 2 yet. I haven't. I've been so busy the past few days. I haven't had a chance to watch anything. So even watching this is like a treat for me, right now.
Yeah, I've got like 3 shows coming out all in like a day and a half.
I know. I have so much crap coming at me right now. And not to mention I've been like remodeling my master bedroom, so I'm like constantly doing something in there. And at this point now, I'm so done with it. But we have to finish at this point because I can't walk away from it because it's my house.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Am I on the right? Yeah. Okay. That's good right there. So, like I was saying, I liked Mandalorian better than I liked the sequel trilogy because it had more of like that kind of grittier feeling, even though it was on Disney Plus. Yeah, it almost felt like a Star Wars like Western type show, and
yeah, especially with like the music and stuff. I mean,
yeah,
kind of had that like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, I can get behind that. That's cool.
Yeah, and it was. It seemed as though like this show was not messed around with. Like they let the creators make this show, and there wasn't a lot of studio interference. Like they just kind of let them do their thing, and it worked out really good. While when you look at the sequel trilogy, everyone had their hands in that. Everyone was like,
all over the damn place. Yeah.
It was a mess, and
just no through storyline. I mean, that's the biggest. That is the worst failing I can say about. I mean, I like the movies individually, but when you put them in a trilogy, it's like, oh, come on, man. You have to have that consistent. Yeah,
exactly. And here's the thing now. Okay, so I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, more than a couple weeks ago. Anyway, not too long ago, my nephew was up, and he lives in Utah, right? So he came over to visit, and what did we do? One day he said, "Hey, I want to watch all the Star Wars movies." We said, "Okay, yeah, let's watch them." So we started doing a marathon. So we watched the original trilogy, and then we watched the prequel trilogy. Let me turn my fan on. Hold on. And then after that, well, no, I'm sorry. We watched the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, and then we went on to the sequel trilogy. And I tell you, when we got to the sequel trilogy, I mean, but I don't know, man. Like, it just was so. It was just. It was crap. It was just such crap. I was just like, man, this is not good. Although I will say that I thought The Force Awakens, in my opinion, that was the best one out of all 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the only film that set up storylines in which they never got back to, but they set up a lot of things that kept you guessing, like, what the hell? Like, especially when she opened that crate and she found the lightsaber. Like, when I saw that, I was like, I mean, literally in the theater, I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? I was like, like, how did she, like, how is that there? You know, like, I want to know how that got there. And we never found out.
I think here's what I think the biggest problem with The Last Jedi was The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because The Force Awakens opened so many of those quote unquote mystery boxes, you know what I mean? That it was like, oh, so the internet for the 2 years in between films was rampant with speculation.
Yeah, it was.
Like, everybody had a theory. Everybody was, and I mean, it was excitement and speculation. So when the movie came out and was like, your speculations suck. It was like they watched all those YouTube videos and were like, no, you're wrong.
I know.
No, you're wrong.
What's up now in your life?
Hey, buddy.
But no, I mean, so when I saw The Force Awakens, right, when I first saw it in the theater, and mind you, I saw it by myself because my my youngest had just been born, right? Oh wait, is that my oldest son? When did that movie come out?
2015.
Yeah, 2015. So my oldest son, man, I'm way off. So it was our first child, right? So he was born in September, and this movie came out in December. And so, what's up, Gavin Cooley? But so I went to go see this movie because I told my wife, I said, hey, look, I want to go see Star Wars. You know, like at the time we lived in another city. We didn't have any family close to us. So like we had no one to watch the baby. Right. I was like, dude, I'm going to go. I have to go. I have to go. And so I went and saw it by myself. And then I gave her the opportunity to see it, but she was like, nah, screw it. But anyway, so I went and saw it. So I saw it alone. Right. I'm by myself in a theater, but I didn't care. I was like, man, I really don't care. What is this? Andre, you twit. Why would you call me a twit? What does that mean? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. Oh, we got Rasha Taylor. What up?
Hey.
So I went and saw the movie, right? And so I thought that the setup to it, like the first half of the movie, I thought was, to me, in my opinion, I thought it was really good. I liked it. I liked the build up. I liked how, you saw, the crashed Star Destroyer on Jakku.
Oh yeah, the visuals were fucking phenomenal.
It was just like, holy shit, what's been happening? Yeah. But in my opinion, at least, where they went wrong was that they basically just bastardized the original cast. They made them all failures.
Yeah, and they made them all ancillary characters too, to where it was like they basically had cameos.
They had cameos, basically. And I know if you talk to Enosh, he'll go into a huge talk about how that was a good thing and all that. And I get that and all. But we're talking about Star Wars here.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Babylon 5. We're not talking about, a series in which you can bring back, change it up a little bit, and call it a sequel to it and be like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. Like, oh, that's a little different. I never thought about that. But hey, why not? No, this is a trilogy. This is a franchise that you can't just go in and just have plastic surgery on it and be like, no, we're going to give you a whole new look, fucker. No, you can't do that with this show. With these movies, you can't do that. Now, can you have your own take on it? Yes, you can have your own take, but it has to be respectful to what had come before it because of everything that it has attached to it. And they just didn't do that. Now, I felt The Force Awakens started to have that, but where they went wrong, in my opinion, was I don't like how Han went back to being a smuggler. Yeah. It made him extremely one-dimensional, and it made him come off kind of stupid. Like, I don't know what to do. My son's gone. I'm going to go be a smuggler. Fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the hell with the wars I fought. I don't want to do any of this anymore.
Well, it doesn't really make a lot of sense either because the few of the books that we do have that take place after Return of the Jedi, Han was had a racing team and all that kind of stuff, and when Ben went to the dark side, he just gave up and was like, I think that was the thing. It was like everybody seemed to just give up.
They gave up. They literally gave up. Look, now Joker's calling sickness a double twit. Right on. We're twits.
Nice.
I'm drinking my coffee. Sorry. We got Koopy Malik up in the chat. Nickatina, with Nickatina. How is it, Andre? It's going really good. Feeling love tonight. You guys are awesome. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, Rasha. You know you're always welcome here. Gavin writes, watch all the Snoke scenes from Force Awakens. Such a waste of time of a villain. Yes, it was. And I know some cool stuff about what they were trying to do with Snoke. I mean, yeah, they needed to do more with Snoke. And the fact that they were like, Palpatine, you know, that was his career. It was kind of a cop out. It was like, okay, so you just went with that because you didn't know what else to do.
I'm one of those people that was like, when it was Palpatine and all behind it all, I was just like, nah, dude. And that's where it's like, Rise of Skywalker to me. I let's be honest, I fell asleep the second time I watched it. I did not like that movie.
Which one? The Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker.
So when I first saw that, I saw it. It was it the night it came out? Yeah, it was. I was in Tahoe. I was up in Lake Tahoe, and so that was gonna come out that night, right? So I thought, hey, you know what? It's coming out on Friday. We're gonna be up in Tahoe, babe. Let's go see it. She said, okay, let's go. So we went and saw it together. And I thought, okay, hey, we better get there early, right? It didn't matter. It was just like a regular movie. You know, I was like, wow, man, there's nobody here. This is kind of strange.
Yeah. Opening night at the IMAX. We saw it the Thursday night it came out at the IMAX in Reno, and like, one person was dressed up.
Yeah, it had lost its spark. It lost its spark that'll light the. What was that stupid?
Yeah, right. We are the spark that will ignite the flame that destroys the First Order.
Yeah, it was like what? You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about fire?
It's fire.
No, it's not fire. So
rocks. We lift in rocks.
Rocks. But the thing is that okay? So the Force Awakens, right? We can go on and on about this too, but the Force Awakens, right? So look, we still got to talk about Ray Fisher.
Oh yeah, we got an hour, dude. We're good.
Yeah, no, we're good. It's only been 17 minutes. We're almost halfway through it. Okay, so the Force Awakens, the first half of it I liked. I didn't like that Han had become a smuggler. I thought, okay, I don't know why he revert back to who he used to be. I get why based on what Enosh was saying, but I didn't think it was necessary. Like I get the idea of why he did that, but I didn't think it was necessary for the movie. It didn't
or
do
it didn't have enough explanation.
Well, it didn't do him any favors either.
Yeah.
So that I didn't like. Okay. The whole thing about Luke being on an island and they had to find him, to me, that was a little too reminiscent of like, I have to find Obi-Wan, you know what I mean? But instead of taking, just a quarter of a movie to find him, it took half the movie. It took the entire movie to get
the
to
last
him.
10 seconds you see the damn guy.
He doesn't even say anything. You're just like, oh, there he is. Really? That's it?
And the first thing he does when you actually do get to see him, let's huck the lightsaber.
I mean, and that's the thing too. That was like the biggest slap in the face. The fact that he just hucks the lightsaber, like the whole time. Okay, like when she hands it to him, and he's holding it, and he looks at her, like at the end of the Force Awakens, I was so amped up. I was like, damn, I can't wait to see the second one. Oh my god, they found him. The look on his face, like did he recognize her? Was he wondering who she was? Like, there were so many things that you could pull out of his expression, but you didn't know what he was thinking because you didn't know anything. And then
the countless theories. I was like, oh man.
No, I'm a Parkwa.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the second that moment happened, everything that happened in the movie before it was like and I've heard that say it so many times, but it has truth to it. It was like a middle finger to JJ kind of, and I don't go that far, but it kind of has some weight to it. Because I was like, everybody was hyped about the exchange of the lightsaber and all that kind of stuff, because that was all we got to see of Luke Skywalker. And yes, I was disappointed about that as well. Like, Luke Skywalker's the man.
It was okay. So the Force Awakens. The fact that they had a Starkiller base, okay, for one, it was kind of like, how the fuck do you make that and nobody noticed in the galaxy that's going on? Like, and it can move, but you still haven't.
Yeah. Oh, they
you
made
still
it
have
out
an
of Ilum
atmosphere.
too. Yeah,
Like
right.
you still have trees and plants. Like everything would be dead on that planet. Okay, but then again, I'm saying to myself, okay, this is Star Wars. It doesn't really matter. It's fake. You know, it's not real anyways. Okay, that's fine. But Starkiller Base, the concept of that was cool. Okay, but they destroy it in The Force Awakens, which I was kind of like, it would have been better if they just would have disabled it or just screwed it up. I don't know. They blew it up. It was so reminiscent of A New Hope, you know. And not only that, but the way that they destroyed it. Because I mean, they had the charges and they set up the charges, right? But then Poe, what did he do? Didn't he fly into it or something?
He shot a hole through it and then flew around in the inside, then blew up the deflector.
Yeah, that, in my opinion, that should never have happened. That part should never have happened because it was so too similar to what we've already seen. It was like, why are we doing this again? Like, we already know all of this.
Yeah, it was like they literally had a trench run.
Yeah, exactly. They actually did have one. They did.
Yeah,
I know. You were there. I know you were there at the original. Yeah, I know. It was bullshit, and they didn't include you.
And they
kept
that dude under a freaking hood the whole damn movie. He didn't do anything till the end.
Yeah, he had a blanket over him.
R2 got the shaft in that movie. Droids' rights, man. Yep.
You know what I mean?
All movie long,
like this. That's how you were, R2.
C-3PO yucking it up, you know.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll get this off of you.
That punk BB-8 taking up all the attention.
I know. You don't like BB-8. I know. It's fine. You had to play the role. Okay, we'll talk about this later. God damn. So, BB-8. I mean, I had any problems with BB-8. Really?
No, it was cool.
Stop. Okay, it's my opinion. So, but BB-8 was cool. But I can't believe that they sidelined R2. But then again, they just took so many elements from the original trilogy and they added it to this movie, like the fact that they were on a desert planet, and then you have a droid trying to find, like by itself, and then he gets captured, and then the character has to save him, and it was just like, man, I'm seeing the same kind of crap over again. Like, didn't they realize this when they were writing the story? That they were like, hey, you guys, didn't somebody say, hey, you guys, you know what? This is kind of like A New Hope. Shouldn't we change this a little bit? No, it's good. Leave it.
Right. Well, after being a Star Trek fan that I am, Star Trek Into Darkness with J.J. Abrams, I mean, he literally just ripped off Wrath of Khan. So I was like, nah. So I was like, okay, well, all right, JJ, good range there, buddy.
Nickatina, I was hoping to see Ben's sister. How do you say her name? Jenna Solo.
Yeah.
Next, I guess I'm daydreaming. Yeah, I know. And that was the other thing too, is that they the novels was called
the
Legends?
The extended universe.
Extended universe. And they just completely they disregarded it. They're like, oh, that's not anything anymore. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't have to come out and say that, but you could have like really just taken from that and made your movies off of that. I mean, everyone would have bought in, like, yeah,
Yeah, do you take your more popular elements of it? I mean, don't completely disavow. You got to be a little more diplomatic. It's like, okay, well, this character, this type of stuff, this was cool. Everybody liked it. I mean, I don't understand why they didn't go either like with the Old Republic going forward. I would really. But then again, they're just going to throw out everything we know about the, Revan and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, nah.
And then they like introduced the Knights of Ren, and then you didn't see them again until The Force Awakens, and even then, I mean, they weren't really much of anything. They were there. They were kind of, they were on that one planet chasing them around. They captured Chewie. You thought they died. Yeah, I remember when that ship blew up, and she's like, Chewie! I was thinking, I was like, dude, you just killed Chewie, you dumbass. Like, how could you have done that? And I also thought, the Knights of Ren were on there too, and they're dead. This sucks. Like, come on. You just built them up.
Hell?
You sucked the wind right out of this thing. But I watched, so going back to that story I was telling you about, when I had to watch them all over again, by the time I got to The Last Jedi, I was already we were a few minutes into it, and I was just like, "Fuck, this sucks, man. Like this really sucks." Like I wasn't feeling it. I remember thinking that I just felt like I was watching like a cheesy, not even a cheesy. I just felt like I was watching a lower budget movie. Although there were scenes in that movie that were really well done cinematically. You know, like there were some beautiful shots in that film, but it was just the amount of cheesy jokes that were thrown in there. It lowered the value of the actual film, and it took away from it.
Too much comic relief.
Exactly, and Captain Phasma was the biggest like marketing ploy I've ever seen. They built her up for no reason, just other than to sell toys, sell costumes.
And her origin story was so good. I mean, the book they made for Phasma, I mean, it was like she was on some kind of weird like Mad Max type planet where everything is like post-apocalyptic, and like she's the leader of this clan of kids that are like, you know, basically just cave people. It's nuts.
Yeah,
dude.
It's crazy. I you know what it is too. So when Disney first got the rights, when they bought Lucasfilm, I remember they said by next year we will have a Star Wars movie out. I remember I was like, how are you going to put together a movie and a story and everything in 1 year and have it ready to go? And then apparently what I had heard, JJ requested that they push it off another year. And they did. So they gave him 2 years. I mean, come on, you're talking about Star Wars here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they still couldn't get it right. They still couldn't get the damn thing right. I just don't get it. And then by the time I'd gotten the Force, the Rise of Skywalker, I could barely even watch it. I was just like, this has gone so far from what we had seen in the past. I mean, the sequel trilogy made the prequel trilogy look good. It made it look more cohesive, more well thought out. It was just like, wow. So, guys, little did you know, George put a lot more focus on the story, on the dialogue, and on the politics, and on the sequel trilogy was just like lasers and explosions and very little story because you don't care. You want to see more jets or spacecrafts and aliens and
light speed stuff through other stuff.
Yeah, kamikaze. We're gonna have bombers that fly real slow in space.
We're giving the holdo.
Yeah, you got the holdo. It's terrible stuff, man. It's terrible. But now you have the Mandalorian.
Yes.
But what I liked about the Mandalorian was that it takes place. Well, I if I remember correctly, it takes place right sometime before the Force Awakens, right?
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
There we go. Now, which is good because it shows the aftermath of the Empire so far. Mm-hmm. And I love how, like, you see stormtroopers and they're hella dirty, you know what I mean? Because, they're just having they're having to rough it out. Like, damn, that's all we got. And just things like that, or like seeing the heads of the stormtroopers. I'm sorry, but on any one of those movies that came out in the sequel trilogy, you would have never have seen that.
No.
But you saw it on Disney Plus on The Mandalorian. I remember when I saw it, I was like, see, that's the kind of shit we need.
Yeah. I was like, wow, you guys are getting away with some edgy stuff on here. Like,
and they weren't even done with the whole sequel trilogy yet. So, no, they were. Yeah. When Mando season 1 came out, the 3 movies were done already, weren't they?
We were heading into Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so I remember thinking about that. I was like, man, this is gonna be cool. Like, I'm seeing this. So the Rise of Skywalker is probably gonna be a little more darker. No, mm-hmm. It was just like, it was just a shit show. It was like JJ was like, I'm gonna take what I thought should have been part 2 and part 3. I'm gonna mash them together, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And it turned out to be boring. It was like,
or like
you knew what was going to happen. Everything was telegraphed. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, that was going to happen.
And then she kisses him, and then he dies. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Come on,
mile away.
I mean, like it was fun the first time I saw it, and then after that, I was like, this is really stupid.
Well, no, I think that's the thing about it. Okay, so the original trilogy, you've seen it multiple times. Like, you've lost count. Okay.
Yeah.
The prequels, maybe not as much, but I've lost count. All right, but 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, and I've only seen Rise of Skywalker twice. Like, there's no rewatchability to it at all. Like,
no, there is none. And I remember when I saw it the first time, and I thought that I would definitely watch it again. But after the second time I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this again. I mean, it's
like, I had no interest in showing it to other people. Like with the The Force Awakens, I was like, yeah, you guys got to check this out, man. Star Wars is back. You know what I mean? And then it was like the second two was just like, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, yeah. And then it's like you introduce Snoke, right? So you're like, wow, who is this mysterious figure who's like really powerful and who's this could be really good, and then it ends up being a load of shit because he was nobody. Yeah. He was literally nobody. I mean, he died. And it was like, oh well.
A tank in a jar of goo.
Oh, look at this guy. Want to become famous? Buy followers. Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, what? Really? No.
I don't know. Where are my mods at? I need mods to take care of this guy. Oh, he's trolling me too. He's trolling me on Twitch. This guy, whoever he is. Look, everyone's into this. Want to become famous? I mean, come on, guys. Really? You think I'm gonna log on to that or click that and be like, yeah, I want to buy some followers for Twitch? No. So not sorry. But okay, so we can talk about Star Wars until the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
But Mando season 2 is starting up now. I didn't like how. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't like. I thought it was sad that the little guy died. The guy who says, I have spoken.
Yeah, Quill.
Yeah, he dies. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, then you probably shouldn't be here for the watch party. I mean, come on. What the hell?
Yeah.
So he dies, and that was sad. I mean, he's on like the slowest fucking creature he could have been on to get back to the shuttle. He was on that big lizard. I was just like, dude, can you give him a speeder? Can you give him like something? And things like,
there's like 5 steps away from the Ridge Crest and Razor Crest, and you're just like,
and then they're on speeders like, I was like, oh,
yeah, he's screaming towards
screwed.
them.
Yeah, he's screwed, But I kept saying like, come on, he can make it. Oh, he died. He's just laying there. And then the standout character in season 1, in my opinion, was the IG unit. That guy was a badass, and like, I loved how they went from having him, be his, or like another bounty hunter who was deadly, and then he ends up having to be his friend, which he did not like at first.
Yeah, but, Quill ended up training him and teaching him, reprogramming him, basically.
All right, everyone's getting tired of us talking about Star Wars. Okay. Oh, he's back. Why did he become famous? So did most people who were not. Oh no, this is Reese. I think Reese 75 jumped in there. Yeah, so most people who were not special.
Yeah, fair enough.
So do most people. You're not special. Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised the stormtroopers hit him. Their aim sucks. I know their aim sucks on all the main characters. They can't shoot for shit. They're like,
yeah, right. Especially when they're laying waste to the bar that they're in, just overshooting everything.
Well,
the only people that hit were stormtroopers.
Geeks, we're gonna watch Mandalorian season 2 in about a half an hour. That's why we're here. Yeah. So this is a Star Wars show, but what's up, Mel Siggy?
I think there was some DC news today, though.
There was some DC news today. So today, courtesy of Shiraz Faruqi, an article that he wrote for Forbes was released. And let me go ahead and pull that up right now because it's really it's worth a Google. Here it is.
Oh yeah, it kind of hammers home a lot of the stuff that's been going on lately. So it's like, all right, man, all right.
So Ray Fisher speaks out on toxic set and Warner Media investigation into Justice League production by Shiraz Faruqi. He's a contributor to Forbes. He says, I cover pop culture and film and financial with a financial lens. That's why I tell girls when I meet them at bars too. So Let's see. Update. What? The story has been updated from its original version, including wording from the original headline. Comments have been added from Warner Brothers and representatives. Oh, so they went and added the response from Joss Whedon. So this article came out. Most of us read it. A lot of us did. But then over on Cinema Blend, they released, I guess, a representative of Joss Whedon spoke out and responded to this article. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't he do it sooner? You know, that's basically what I'm saying.
What's up, Andrew?
With the reactionary, nature of the business that they're in, it's like it's sue first and ask questions later. So it's like, just to hear something from Joss now, it's like, oh, come on.
Exactly. It's kind of like, what's the point? So looking at this article, now this is a long article. I can't read the whole thing because we'll be here for like another 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
but it goes into a, what's that?
Oh, no, Enosh read the whole damn thing.
I figured he was going to. I was in there painting my my closet. I have a big closet. I was in there painting it. I had to do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so let's see. Basically, I thought it was a really good article. I thought it had a lot of cool stuff in it, interesting facts, but I still felt that it was kind of vague.
Well, yeah, it kind of just it bunched up all the tweets that we've been getting over the last 3-4 months. So I mean, it was just kind of like we kind of know what's going on already because we've been we follow his tweets and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of explaining it to the general public a little bit more.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely breaking it down so that anyone who doesn't know what's going on can kind of understand what's happening here. But it talks about how at one point it even says that what really pissed him off, it just totally just pissed him off, was the fact that I guess he had heard that Joss Whedon had changed the complexion of someone's skin because he didn't like their skin color. Now that's a pretty harsh statement for someone to say. Is it true? I hope not, because that's terrible. If that's how people think and that's how he thought, and that's something that Joss Whedon said, that's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's inexcusable.
It's inexcusable. It really is. It's kind of like, holy shit, man, are you serious?
Yeah.
But I mean, it talked about that, which if true, that's really bad. I mean,
yeah, it's incendiary. I mean, come on now.
You can't do that. And then the talk of that there were these conversations, discussions happening, in I guess like in back rooms or whatever, or behind the scenes, that these racial conversations that were going on, and they're being conducted by these conversations were happening with the likes of Jeff Johns and John Berg and Toby Emmerich. And Joss Whedon, obviously. I mean, he's really going right after them.
Oh yeah, he wasn't sparing the rod at that at all.
No, and to think that this would happen on production, I mean, like when they're filming, it's. I mean, obviously, Zach wasn't there for any of this, which is great because he wouldn't let that kind of stuff happen. I mean, there's no need for that. But the fact that they would do this on set is just incredible. It's like kind of like, why?
Yeah. So why make a spectacle of something like that, and then to have it boil over into the public like this? It's like it really puts a black eye on that whole situation. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, Reese, yeah, I saw that. I don't pay attention much to the corner.
No,
but I saw that. I saw a tweet that had that video. It was pretty funny. But in fact, so. And then Joss's representative came out and they said that, basically saying that everything he was saying was not true and that they basically just said no to everything. But they wouldn't say his name. They wouldn't say that Ray Fisher's allegations. They just said that person who said that, which is kind of like, why wouldn't you just say his name?
Yeah. And it seems to me like instead of refuting what he's saying, they're just trying to soften the blow. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just control this plane wreck here.
Yeah. Instead of crashing into a mountain, we're going to crash into the water.
That's right.
And we'll just die a slow death. But it's like, so I mean, looking back on this article, right? Let's go full screen so everyone at home can see it as well. And I'll even be a nice guy and I'll zoom in on the whoa shit. Where's everything? There it is. So on here, there was a part I was gonna take a look at. Obviously, here's some of Ray Fisher's tweets. Fisher's campaign started on June 29th. Fisher put Hollywood on notice when he shared a clip of himself on Hall H back, when he made those comments. And then he, tweeted out that I'd like to take a moment to forcefully retract every bit of this statement. So as we move on from here, it also goes into
it said how they were given talking points, and like we were told that the transfer was handpicked by Zach.
Now that is straight up just them trying to make this better. They wanted to convince damage control, exactly. But the thing is that when they say, "Oh, it was a," they gave me talking points. I don't know if that is something that other studios don't do. Like, hey, talk about this and talk about that and talk about that.
Yeah,
but
sure
it was
like
a fact. Yeah, but I guess it was a fact that they wanted them to push the idea of Joss Whedon, so that and also tell the lie. Well, the whole thing was a lie, but push the lie even further that he was handpicked by Zack Snyder. When that was a lie. That was a blatant lie. And why you would even see? It's like at that point they already knew that there was a shitstorm waiting, and they were just trying to hide from it.
Yeah, they knew they were done. It's like, well, I mean, I even remember thinking back on it. Like, we kind of knew about a lot of what was going on behind the scenes before the movie came out, anyway. So it was like, I don't know. It was really weird, the whole situation. And it just added to the fact that the Justice League is, I don't know, the low standard, I guess, now.
it was just terrible. And I mean, so if we look back at this article, it says, for one thing, the cast and crew were told that Zach handpicked Joss to finish the film for him. I didn't find out until after the reshoots that this was a complete lie. Fisher began. I also heard whispers and rumblings of things being off behind the scenes, but nothing concrete until much later. So he knows more than what he's telling us, but he can't tell us everything because there's an investigation currently going on. They had us go out to San Diego Comic-Con 2017 and say Zach picked Joss, and Josh was a great guy. I still have the email with those talking points, which the talking points, in my opinion, that could be a normal thing that they tell you to do. But the fact that they gave him talking points, a topic that was to help, like,
just to kind of smooth over PR.
Lie, it's terrible.
It's slimy. It doesn't come across genuine.
And then, here it says Joss Whedon's, on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, and unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Jeff Johns and John Berg. Fisher tweeted July 1st. Now, that was back when he tweeted that. And like Ray says, you've got to understand, Zach stepped away to be with his family and we wanted to give him space to do that. But look, I mean, nobody, I don't know. It's kind of like, look, I know he left for a horror, it was a horrible, thing that happened, and they were giving him space. But I mean, at one point, I mean, I probably would have texted him like, hey man, like they're fucking things up over here. But I mean, his daughter died. I mean, really, you want to bother him with that? Like, hey, can you help us out? There was too much was going on. Too much terrible. On.
And to me, it sounds like that started early, like with BVS, right? Like, yeah, they kind of went into panic mode after that movie didn't get received as well as
Well, but here was the weird thing. He says, I realized that the notes I ended up getting from Johns during the reshoots were just coded versions of the racist things he was saying behind closed doors with the other execs. I was like, what? That's some deep stuff right there.
Yeah. That's incendiary. I mean, like, honestly, that's the kind of stuff people get sued over,
Yeah. I mean, like, he's really going for it.
Yeah.
a lot of what these guys are doing was an effort to prevent themselves from being fired during the AT&T merger with Time Warner. I plan on getting much more specific as about each of these guys after the investigation is over. This interview is just the abridged version. But see, he's saying that though, which is I like that he's saying that because then it lets them know, hey, as soon as this investigation is over, I'm talking to everybody about this. So don't think you can hide right now. You can hide as much as you want, but it's going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
And he's making that known now.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, with that being said, and the fact that you don't hear a response from Jeff Johns, personally, publicly, whatever, there's nothing. Crickets. So it's like, no, it just means, it means, I don't know necessarily, it doesn't mean anything, but I think it puts the impression in people's head that what Ray is saying is true. You know what I mean? It's like, you should defend yourself, especially, now. It's like, especially with, common accusations of racism. It's like, no, dude, you get out ahead of it. You squash it. You know what I mean? You don't, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's doing a good enough job, Jeff Johns, in defending himself.
Exactly. And this goes on, and there's a lot of cool stuff in here, guys. If you haven't done so yet, go to Forbes, check out the article written by Shiraz Faruqi. He did an amazing job. And this is where oh wait, hold on. Okay. This is the good part right here. I mean, the whole thing was really good. Don't get me wrong, but this is another part that I thought was like, holy crap. Okay, so outside of Fisher, multiple actors of color had their roles completely removed or heavily reduced in Justice League. The role of Ryan Choi, played by Zhang Kai, was cut. Joe Morton, who played Cyborg's father Silas, that's Miles Dyson, had his role mostly cut and reshot. While Zack Snyder included a diverse cast of characters, many of them had roles significantly altered or disappeared from the film altogether before it arrived in theaters. Karen Bryson, who played Cyborg's mother, Eleanor, had her role cut as well. I mean, she was not even in the movie at all. And additionally, Percy Clemens, who played Iris West, was removed from the film. All of them will appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League. According to reps for Whedon, the decisions was made prior to taking control of the project. So Whedon's people were saying that this happened before Whedon got there. Which, if you look at it from one perspective, it could be that once Zack left the project or stepped away from the project, then John Berg and Jeff Johns probably sat down and said, okay, let's cut this out, let's cut that out.
What can we trim? What can we get out of here?
And he showed up, he was like, hey, what's going on? So, like, okay, so this is what we got. We're going to lose all this. And he's okay, whatever.
The shame is they got more screen time in the trailer that they dropped.
Yeah.
Like, and they were saying earlier, they were talking about how like the Russian family or something like that was a big thing. Here's my deal. Okay, explain to me, riddle me this. How does that Russian family get more screen time than all those people just mentioned? Especially Miles Benedict Dyson.
I
mean,
I don't know.
Dude, like, you gotta have more explanation about the mother box, why Cyborg became Cyborg, how he became Cyborg, other than showing him on, that little tiny screenshot in BVS. Sorry, it gets the blood going.
So this goes, okay, so this is the response from Whedon's reps. A representative for Whedon said the individual who offered the statement. So obviously they don't want to say his name for
his name.
Well, they don't want to say it because they're like, so acknowledge that this was something that he had heard from someone else and accepted it as truth. When in fact, simple research would prove that it was false. Okay, well, how? Like, prove that it was false.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, it's basically just like he said, she said.
Yeah, we're taking your word.
Yeah. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, and not only, this individual.
I know, and then like his rep, who wanted to remain nameless, which makes you wonder, was it Joss Whedon?
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm one of his reps, and then this part too. There were numerous people involved with mixing the final product. What? Including the editor, special effects person. This already sounds terrible.
It's like getting like, oh yeah, the crew loved him. Like key grip number 3. Oh yeah, Joss was a pretty good dude, eh?
Yeah. But I mean, the way it's even worded too, involved in mixing the final product. Like, I've never heard a movie referred to as mixing the final product. You know what I mean? How about numerous people involved in the production of this film? Not like mixing the final product, including the editor.
What are you cutting an album?
Yeah, I know it's like the editor, not as a specific one, just the editor.
Yep.
Special effects person, composer, etc. That's why it's kind of like, who the hell? Where'd this statement come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
The senior colorist responsible. Look. Okay, I could be wrong, you guys. I could be wrong, but I've never heard of a senior colorist. I mean, maybe it's a real role. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like finding out about comic book inkers,
It was just, yeah, exactly. Everyone in the chat is having a heated discussion right now about Spider-Man 4. Hey, look, you guys, it's fine. Look, I'm down for Spider-Man 4. I want to see more Toby. That's about it. I mean, why not? It'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
But anyhow,
we're into the Spider-Verse already, so we might as well keep it going.
They're going hard right now too. It's like, so this is a double feature. You got the show that's happening in the chat, and the show that's happening right here on the screen.
That's right.
Josh has a history of doing this in the past. Yeah, that's right, geeks. I mean, that's what we've heard. So,
well, I would like to say something about the colorist, though. What was he on, man? Like, it's like if I were to turn the red LEDs on in here, just oversaturate the whole damn mix.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna look that up. What's the senior colorist? Senior colorist John Yancey is an Atlanta-based colorist for over 35 years, experiencing in projects both large and small. Several well-known clients. He currently serves as a senior colorist and film migration lead at the. Okay, this is just like a person. Yeah. What's a senior colorist? What is it? I mean, how about senior colorist or colorist job?
It's like what I
job
found
description.
Out.
The job description. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Job. Okay, that's not a job description. Develops color formulas for print, textile, and plastic materials. Hold on, what?
Right on.
What is this? Compares customer sample of standard color card or blends pigments into vinyl. Okay, this is like for. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I mean, maybe I'm blowing this up, but like, I'm sorry, but a special effects person.
Well, it's like a Foley artist.
Well, I mean, that's like a general person saying like, yeah, there's like the editor, and then there's like the writer, and then there's like the filmer. What's a filmer? I don't know. The guy who's filming the movie.
It all goes down to the guy that makes sounds. He does sound effects.
He has like the thin piece of metal.
Yeah.
But here, the senior colorist responsible for the final films, responsible for the final version's tones, colors, and mood. What the fuck? This process was further complicated on this project by the fact. Wait, hold on. This process was further complicated on this project by the fact that this is a bad sentence. By the fact that Zach shot on film. God, how dare you, Zach? You shot on film? What is wrong with you?
You son of a bitch.
You stupid. Why would you shoot on digital? Why would you shoot on film?
No.
Why would you do that for? Why?
You blew my cover!
That's what Joss was saying after he read this article.
You blew my cover!
Well, does that tone and the mood include all the bad jokes?
Exactly. Does it include this bullshit?
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
Yeah, that's a reshoot.
That's a reshoot. I mean, come on. It's just terrible stuff.
I
The
gotta
process
cover my
was really
cowboy
complicated.
mustache.
Oh, he shot on film while Josh shot on digital, which required the team led by the same senior colorist who worked on previous films for Zach to reconcile the two. Oh, because Zach shot it the way he did, it made it harder for a guy that he knew to do his job. It's kind of like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah, sounds like he has a legitimate reason to be complaining on set. So
Yeah,
right on.
it sounds like he's like, man, I gotta do a lot of work here, you know. So now you signed up for.
Yeah,
like,
look,
okay, well,
this shit
you
show.
worked on
What am I
Zach's films
supposed to do?
before, so you know how to do this, right? Yeah, I do know how to do this, but now I'm a senior colorist, and so now I gotta make all these colors brighter. And he's like, yeah, we want it brighter. We want it like real shiny. It's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Everyone in the chat, if you guys get what a senior colorist is, please let me know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's a color grading. It's color grading the movie. Okay, so Neon Sci-Fi, is that a real position, a senior colorist? I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but like I've never heard of it, and if it is, then it is.
Yeah, like I said, it's like when I found out what a Foley artist was. I mean, that's nuts. Like I didn't know where sound effects come from.
Oh my god.
Especially since they used them in the prequels.
Oh, we got South Cali guy. What's up, South Cali guy?
What's up, buddy?
So we are going to watch Mando season 2. Okay, here we go. It's actually almost midnight right now.
Yeah, we got a minute, and yeah.
Let me see. Is it on here yet? No, I don't see it yet. Hold on.
Refresh.
Okay, so this thing, they went on and on about this a bunch of bullshit. At the end of the day, and then they brought in Walter Hamada. They brought that up, and it's it. At the end of the day, guess what, Warner Brothers? It's still a train wreck.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't want to share. Oh, I might as well. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Bam. Okay, let's see here. Let me refresh. Enhance.
Refreshing.
Season 2, episode 1. Here we go. Okay.
Beautiful. So now we got to get off of YouTube, right?
Yeah. So guys, it is time to watch Mando season 2. Me think colorists make film red. That's right, Reese. That's what happened. Let's see. Think it's a management type of position. So, I know it's something. Yeah, I think it's a management type of position. It's a person.
Senior on anything.
Yeah, it's like it's someone who has a lot of responsibility over the color, quality control, direction, etc. Knowing some colorists. This is Escape from Real Life, except when he talks real life. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for that. Except when I talk real life. Okay, so let's go on. Don't apologize, Andrew. I don't care. You guys are having a discussion. You're all good, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Andrew, you're allowed your opinions. All good. Exactly. Let's see. What is this? Hold on. You doing it? Oh, god damn it! Star Wars Theory is live. He's doing the same thing, but don't go over there. Okay, so Sickness, just go to Twitch and make an account. It takes a matter of minutes, and then you can watch it with us. You can watch Mando season 2 with us. It's like we're watching it together. Okay, everybody, let me get the link right now so that we can get this going here. Because Star Wars Theory has just beat me to it.
Screw him. I'm excited.
Well, he's been waiting for hours. He's been playing video games the whole time. I saw it earlier. Hold on. Okay, so there's that. Copy that. Let me turn that off. Otherwise, it's going to get in my way. Where are you? You're here. Okay, guys, I'm posting the link in the chat. That is the link to the same stream, Nickatina Show, but on Twitch. So jump on the Twitch stream, and we're going to start this watch party in a few minutes. So I'm going to give everyone time to to jump on. If you watch the MCU, you will notice that all the movies have the same color grade. They do. But look, here's the thing with the MCU, okay? They were extremely good at being consistent throughout all their movies. I mean, they kept one storyline going through all those movies for 10 years. I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Fear Jason's already there. Yeah.
Nice.
Russia, you are realist taking to a young dreamer. See, I'm telling you, I need to log in on my tablet. Oh, geeks, hurry. So at 12:10, we'll start it. That way everyone has time to kind of get their accounts set up and ready to go. And guys, like I said before, you guys, tweet out the link. This link right here for the Twitch stream. I'm going to do it right now on Twitter so that we all know, that everyone knows where to find the watch party. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Brian, you should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm on Twitch right now. I'll share the stream.
Let's see. That's okay. Hold on. I was reading something. Sorry. Mando season 2 watch party. I know. R2, stop.
Easy, buddy.
He's like, I just want to get this started. All right, I just tweeted that out. So like I said, in about 5 minutes, we're going to start the stream. That way we have enough people who will jump over. And then in that same amount of time, I'm going to end the stream here on YouTube and continue it on Twitch so that we can watch Mando Season 2. So we got 19 people in the chat. I know it's late, but guys, jump on over to Twitch and follow us on there. It's going to be great. My kids are so jelly right now. What does that mean?
Jealous? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's how old I am. I'm like, what's jelly mean? Yes. Yeah, so I think she confirmed yes. That means they're jealous. Andrew, cool, man. Sorry if oh man, they were going hard. So, oh, look at Brian's already there. Do you have 2 different monitors?
Yeah, I got one here and one here.
Oh, that's awesome.
This one's a TV with HDMI. So.
I know. So I have a TV in here, but I don't have anything set up to put it on yet. So I was gonna have a separate television, like right here, that is like a second monitor, and it's a 42-inch, so it's huge for it's gonna be right up on me. But I haven't even set it up yet, man. It just sucks.
No, I got it nice. It's all set up for full screen. I'm ready to watch some season 2 action. I got the stream up over here on the left. Got the chat going. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, see, like I have to watch it. So when we watch this, I'll switch tabs and just watch it on Disney Plus, and then I'll go back and forth, or you can go full screen.
There you go. Yeah, like I said, I got it on full screen StreamYard, so it's cool that they actually have it to where you can do the full screen on our end.
Yeah. Screw the Mandalorian. Come on, it's the best thing about Star Wars right now. This is Star Wars now. Oh, I get it. To Twitch to get ready to watch. Okay. Very funny. Very funny.
Well, we can always talk about a certain team that plays by the Bay that is going to be 5-3 this weekend after they go up to Seattle and crush those Seahawks.
I hope they kick the shit out of the Seahawks. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream here on YouTube, and then at 12:10, I'm going to start the watch party. Go over to Twitch right now. I'll post it one more time in the chat for everyone to see it and to jump over. There is the link right there for the Twitch stream. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you over on Twitch. And everyone who's here on Twitch, we will continue on with Nickatina Show's Midnight Run watch party of The Mandalorian Season 2. And there we go. We're going to remove us off YouTube. And thank you guys for being here. Have a good night. If you're not following us,